The alternator. It powers your car's electrical system. It keeps your battery charged and lights on. When it fails, you get dim lights, a weak starter, and warning lights. Don't worry, replacing it is doable. With some tools and effort, you can fix it. It's a badge of honor for DIYers. This guide will show you how, step by step. We'll cover tools, steps, and tips. Grab your wrench and let's start. Don't worry, your car won't bite. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Troubleshooting. Is your alternator the problem? Before removing parts, confirm the alternator is the issue. Simple tests can identify the problem. Check battery voltage with a multimeter. A fully charged battery reads around 12.6 volts. If it's much lower, the alternator may be failing. Start the car and check the voltage again. A good alternator boosts voltage to around 14 volts. If voltage stays low, the alternator is likely bad. Perform a battery load test with the engine running. This checks if the alternator can handle the load. If tests show a faulty alternator, it's time to replace it. We'll guide you through each step. Links to all necessary tools are provided. Now let's gather our tools. And remember, if your car's lights are dim, it might be time for a new alternator, not a new pair of glasses. Tools of the trade. For replacing an alternator, you'll need the right tools. Don't worry, just a few basic tools will do. First, a socket set with various sizes. Check your repair manual for the exact sizes. You'll also need a wrench set for different bolts. A ratchet and extensions help with tight spaces. Don't forget a Phillips and flathead screwdriver set. Safety glasses and work gloves are essential. Wear work boots for foot protection. We'll provide links to these tools for easy purchase. Now let's replace the alternator. And remember, a hammer is not a universal tool. Now let's replace the alternator. First, ensure the car is parked on a flat surface and the engine is cool. Disconnect the negative battery cable to prevent any electrical shocks. Use a wrench to loosen the nut. Locate the alternator. It's usually found near the front of the engine. The alternator is mounted on the engine, connected with a belt and bolts. Make sure you have a socket wrench and a belt tensioner tool. Loosen the belt tensioner using the belt tensioner tool and remove the belt carefully. Disconnect the electrical connectors from the alternator. Be gentle to avoid damaging the connectors. These connectors might have clips or bolts. Use the appropriate tool to remove them. Remove the bolts securing the alternator with a socket wrench. Keep the bolts in a safe place. Wiggle the old alternator free from the engine. If you hear a clunk, that's not a good sign. Be cautious. Compare the old and new alternators to ensure they match in size and connections. Install the new alternator by aligning it with the mounting points. Secure it with the bolts you saved earlier. Reconnect the electrical connectors and reattach the belt. Ensure the belt has proper tension. Finally, reconnect the negative battery cable to restore power. You've successfully replaced your alternator. Double-check all connections and bolts before starting the engine. Take a moment to admire your work. You've replaced your car's alternator and saved money. Start your car, check the dashboard, and make sure the warning light is off. Congratulations! Your car is now less likely to leave you stranded. If you liked this video, make sure to share, like, and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video.